All right, man. So I wanted to start with the state championship team. Talk about that team and the run you guys went on.
Yeah, back in '98, I actually just gave an interview to the paper for our 20-year anniversary. It was pretty awesome. Just a couple key points that I made and really like to emphasize about that team is how everyone was so willing to give themselves to whatever role they played. From Josh Tarbox being the kick returner and our counter guy on the reverses and whatnot, all the way down to our scout players who really accepted their roles as, hey, we don't start, we don't play, but we're gonna do our best to make sure that we're gonna practice our butts off and make this team better. So, that's one of the things that everyone really accepted their role, and that made the whole team better. And granted, talent-wise, we were very well off from top to bottom. A lot of those guys that were on the scout team and made the practices sometimes even harder than the games, they were really good. Everyone accepting their role and always putting forth their best effort, that came a long ways to get us to where we were. In addition to that, we obviously had a very good season with some ups and downs when we played DC Everest, and I was talking to someone the other day. I remember those guys running around the field, and I said, hey, there's number 99, and a little while later, there's another number 99 because they had so many guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They had to repeat numbers, and that actually helped us quite a bit that season. The coaching staff realized, hey, some of these guys can't be going both ways. So they kind of tried to do two platoon that season as much as possible. And so we had would have a good break and be fresh throughout the game. And then another thing that I guess some people might not realize is when we went up to Escanaba and we lost up there, a lot of us players thought that we might not make the playoffs because back then it was the point system.
Right.
And there was a chance that if you didn't get enough points and however everything shakes out, we might not make the playoffs. And I believe some guys, and Coach Hofer might have even started this rumor that we aren't going to make it. I don't know if he just wanted us to get hungry and he kind of knew in the back of his mind we were going to make it, but I think that really kind of catapulted us into making sure we weren't going to take advantage of any game from there on out.
Yeah, absolutely. He had his ways. Now, that team is very special because it was Menominee's first state championship team, and you talked about it a little bit. I find it really interesting. The teams after you, they just steamrolled through the season, but you guys faced a lot of adversity, had some losses, and yet you found it within yourselves to come through and still get that state championship. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only, we had those losses, we had some injuries, a lot of things kind of piled up at once and at some points, but like I said, with the group of guys, and they really showed their tenacity, and there was never going to be any backing down as far as that team goes.
Now, what was it like playing at the Silverdome for the championship?
That's so funny. I coached track, and some of those guys asked me about Ford Field, and I said I never played at Ford Field.
That's funny.
I played at a place that got blown up.
Exactly. See, exactly. I'm a Lions fan, so I know all about the Silverdome. It's funny. I went back a few years ago to make a trek to find that thing. It was hard to find, actually. So what was it like playing there?
Well, as a 17, 18-year-old kid, you go down to Detroit, and playing in an NFL stadium, you're obviously awestruck, but as you get older and you realize, and I have an opportunity to go to the newer Lambeau Field here. Or
Sure.
I've been down in to D.C. to see my Redskins play.
Oh, you're a Redskins fan, huh?
Oh yeah, big time.
Now, why is that?
I think it's the color coordination with them.
I hear you.
So,
I like blue and silver, so I understand the color thing. That's good when you're a kid.
Yeah, for sure. And they were good when I was a kid.
They were, yeah. You're still waiting, hey? Same with me. My team's never been good, but I had Barry Sanders. That's my claim to fame. But yeah, the Redskins were good when I was a kid, for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. But going back and thinking about it, I mean, that stadium was pretty well dated when we played there, but it was still awesome as a kid to play in an NFL, especially a dome. I mean, we played up in Marquette, and that's a really nice facility. And so was the Pontiac Silverdome at the time. But thinking back, I mean, it was kind of run down.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't blow out your knee. I heard that turf wasn't that good.
Oh no, not at all.
Like running on cement or something.
Exactly right.
Did you guys have any funny stories like in the stadium itself? I heard. Can you get lost in there? I heard it's pretty tricky. Or was it pretty easy?
Not that I can recall. I mean, they had everything set up pretty well. Nothing really comes to mind.
Okay. Now, actually, the year after that is one of the reasons we're having you on for the pregame show. We're also going to have a Marines player from the year after when the M&M game came back. What do you remember about that game?
From '99.
Yeah.
Well, it was it felt like both of the communities were so excited about it because of the break that had gone on, and how for the period that they weren't playing the game. And the other thing that built it up so much was we were both 7-0. We were both really good teams. And I mean, just everything came together really well for the comeback of the M&M game. So I mean, the excitement was just unbelievable.
Absolutely. I talked to Andy Walters earlier today, and he talked about that. He sort of set the scene, how he pulled up to the game at like 11 o'clock or something, and the stadium was completely full. He said it was crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I mean, people were waiting and chomping at the bit for this to happen for so long that finally, when it came to fruition, that it was definitely a big thing.
Absolutely. Now, like I said, I talked to head coach Andy Walters of the Marines. He said you two grew up sort of together. What was it like playing against him?
I mean, speaking about him, it's very easy to talk about how good of an athlete he was. I mean, I remember all the way to Top Corner. He played for the Broncos. I played for the Vikings.
We talked about that too. We did.
You don't forget that stuff.
No way.
And then, I mean, just going up and finally, I believe we played when we were freshmen.
Okay.
We played a M&M game as freshmen, and they blew us out of the water. So when we came back and finally played again when we were seniors, I mean, I was super nervous. I'm like, holy cow, I remember that game as a freshman. We were way outmatched. But that's the thing, as you go through the ranks in Menominee, I mean, no matter what happens when you're young, down there, they're trying to teach you how to play football.
Yep.
And by the time you get older, I mean, you finally get it and things become a lot easier. So, I mean, obviously we were able to have a good game against Marinette that year. And yeah, like I said, the excitement was there, and the teams were 7-0, and I think we lost by 6 or 7.
Close, yeah, close.
So it was a good game, too.
No, Andy said, did you guys play in a Pop Warner All-Star team together or no?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was telling me, the talent. There's so much talent between these two cities. He said you guys teamed up and you went up to Marquette and just dominated up there. He was telling me.
Yep. Yeah, we went up to Marquette. They did a three games in a row. I think we were in sixth grade. Us sixth graders, being the kind of the first game of the triad there, it was really exciting. And then we were able, I believe, Menominee's 7th and 8th grade Hornets played after us. But yeah, it was really a good thing for us. And yeah, I don't think Marquette put up much of a game against us.
That's awesome. All right, man. I appreciate it. Drew, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. And good luck with everything, okay?
Hey, all right. Thanks a lot.